Hello everyone, this is Mac here, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, which is called Mac Vlogs. Hello! So, another guest of mine is available this evening to add value with her topic because we need to understand and we need to learn what exactly psychological empowerment have in our lives. So, we need to understand एंड लर्न कि ये किस तरीके से जो टॉपिक हमने आज चुना है हमारी जो मेहमान है जो लाहौर में बैठी हैं उनका नाम है डॉक्टर इरम इरशाद भट्टी शी इज अ फाउंडर एंड अ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ सेंटर फॉर पॉजिटिव साइकोलॉजी लीडरशिप कोच भी है ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर एनालिस्ट भी है तो मुझे बड़ी खुशी हो रही है उनको अपने आज चैनल पे लेकर आने क्योंकि हम लोग जहनी तौर पे बहुत ही कॉम्पैक्ट हो चुके हैं आजकल की दुनिया में तो आज का जो सेगमेंट और आज का जो शो है हमारा वो इतना मजेदार हम करने चाह रहे हैं ताकि हमारी जो co-host है सईदा नाजिया she's going to be co-hosting with me tonight which is that's why I'm so excited because she is my mentor and she is a branding coach और वो इतनी एक्सपर्ट है माशाल्लाह कराची के अंदर के तमाम लोग खवातीन उनको जानते हैं so let's not waste and let's invite the guest first and say Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Iram. Kaisi hain aap?
I'm good. Thank you so very much for
Good
inviting me
evening
on
to
this
you, Dr.
podcast.
Iram.
Good evening. Hello, Nazia. How have you
As
been?
usual, this is Pakistan, so हमारा होता रहेगा. So let's welcome Dr. Iram Irshad Bhatti on Mac Vlogs this evening to add value with the topic which we have psychological empowerment. So Saida Nazia, over to you, and then Dr. Iram, you can give your introduction and we'll take this show forward. And
Well,
go
Dr.
ahead, Dr.
Adam is
Nazia.
an
Yeah.
expert in the field, and according to me, I call her a magician. And your topic है psychological empowerment. Doctor, please tell our audiences what exactly do you mean by psychological empowerment?
Right. Thank you very much for bringing up this topic because usually this topic is not taken very seriously, and we always talk about stress depression, which is damage control, which is usually happening when the person is already in a mess. So, what we are trying to achieve is that educate and train people that it is a serious subject and you need to start in using the information for your better mental health. So if I unpack the topic, I would say that how to handle things when things do not go well. How do we handle bad in our lives? Life is generally challenging and tough, you see. And what are my inner resources that I can manage without complaining, blaming, whining? And how should I keep on living life in the hope and possibility that, yes, I will see some better days? So psychologically, if I would say, there are like cognitive processes which revolves around choice, autonomy, and responsibility. So what is
Right.
choice, Nazia? I mean, we all are making so many choices. I mean, to be on time is my choice. I mean, I
Yes.
can just complain that maybe my net didn't work, or maybe there was light issue, or maybe there was some issue, that is why I couldn't be on time. And we always make so many choices, but we think that we are helpless somehow. And when things go well, we take whole credit of the things and we say that it is all because of my effort. But when things go wrong, we blame onto people, we blame onto system, we blame onto fate. Psychological strength is basically recognizing your own inner power, that you are the one who is projecting life, explaining life, giving meaning to life. So if there is something wrong with your lens to look at the world, then everything would look, like it is a commonly said that everything looks yellow to a jaundiced eye.
Hmm. So, doctor, some contributors and some factors is our conditioning as we grow up and we do not have the awareness around us, or we do not have the right role models, and we are meant and led to believe some negative thoughts about our own personalities, हमारी weakness पे ज़्यादा play किया जाता है, which is where I think the victim mindset and the blame game factor arises. We are not prepared to succeed, basically, in general life. I feel that, around us impacts us so much at an age where we are not able to differentiate or select that this is the right belief inculcating in me, or this is the wrong impression that I'm building as a person. So I think childhood is something that plays a strong part here, right? That's my opinion, I feel.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because नाजिया, जब आप छोटे होते हैं तो साइकोलॉजिकल नीड्स के बारे में जानना हमें बड़ा ज़रूरी है. एक बच्चे के लिए अटैचमेंट टू द केयर गिवर इज फार बिगर अ नीड देन बेसिक नीड जो सर्वाइवल के लिए उसे खाने पीने की चाहिए. और दूसरी हमारी बड़ी साइकोलॉजिकल नीड इज नीड टू बी ऑथेंटिक, नीड टू बी रियल. अब होता
Real.
क्या है कि जैसे ही मैं अपनी रियल सेल्फ अपने सिग्निफिकेंट अदर्स के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी, तो वो मेरी पहली नीड जो कि नीड टू बी अटैच्ड विद माय केयर गिवर है, वो उसके अगेंस्ट काम, इट्स अ थ्रेट टू दैट नीड, राइट. सो मुझे अपने पेरेंट्स की मोहब्बत हासिल करने के लिए जो अपनी रियल सेल्फ है उसको थोड़ा सा सप्रेस करना पड़ता है. थोड़ा सा नहीं, बल्कि मेरा ख्याल है 99% हम सप्रेस करके कुछ और बन के बाहर आते हैं. आई ट्राई टू बी अ गुड डॉटर सो दैट माय पेरेंट्स फील प्राउड ऑफ मी. And then this social conditioning, which has already defined things in a very categorical, polarized fashion, this is right and this is wrong. I mean, and if I just do not fall between these two poles, obviously I don't have a choice, and I would avoid bad, and but at the same time, what about my own demons? What about my own non-conformist approach to life? तो अगर वो मेरा प्रॉब्लम रहा है तो मैं एक फेक प्रिटेंड गेम में एंटर हो रही हूँ, जहां पर मैं लोगों से मोहब्बत हासिल कर रही हूँ एट द एक्सपेंस ऑफ बिकमिंग अनरियल.
Unreal.
And maybe I'm suppressing my own needs. I mean, Nazia, let's say मेरी नीड ये है टू बी केयर्ड फॉर, बट अगर मेरे मदर एंड फादर में से कोई मेरे से ज्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल हैं, तो एज ए बच्चा मेरी कोशिश होगी कि अपनी तकलीफ को दबा दूं और प्रिटेंड करूं कि मुझे दर्द नहीं हो रहा, क्योंकि घर में तो ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस चल रहा है.
अच्छा डॉक्टर साहब, दो चीजें. एक्सटर्नल वैलिडेशन हम बहुत ज्यादा जो सीख करते हैं, और हमें जो आपने कहा ना ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट पोलैरिटी, यानी कि अगर अच्छी बेटी है तो वो अपनी नीड्स को सेकंड करके दूसरे की नीड को फर्स्ट करेगी, और वो मदर बन जाएगी इंस्टेड ऑफ बीइंग कि मदर इज सपोज्ड टू बी द वन हु इज सपोज्ड टू पुट अप अ ब्रेव फ्रंट एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग फ्रंट. तो हमारे यहाँ ये पोलराइजेशन, इसको खत्म कैसे या रिड्यूस कैसे किया जा सकता है? और दूसरी ये नीड फॉर एक्सटर्नल वैलिडेशन या ये अटैचमेंट्स जो कि टॉक्सिक हो जाती हैं एट सम पॉइंट जाके, एंड थिंकिंग ऑफ आवर ओन सेल्फ केयर या सेल्फ लव, जिसको हम आजकल ये वर्ड्स बहुत ज्यादा सुन रहे हैं. सो हाउ डू वी डेवलप दैट सेंस एंड कम इनटू बीइंग दैट पर्सन who I truly am without the masks and the facade?
I just want to add one more thing from my side, that the mothers are the best psychologists compared to the any other human nature, basically because they understand their kids so easily that even the fathers or the other people in your family or wherever you are, because अगर आप कोई भी जिंदगी में काम करते हैं ना, तो माँ से बढ़ के बेहतर साइकोलॉजिस्ट कोई नहीं हो सकता. प्लीज उसके ऊपर भी रोशनी डालिएगा.
Well, I would say not true in all cases. Because you see that what is understanding? I mean, you would only understand the part that I would like you to understand. What we are talking about is that, let's say I hide my desire to be loved by my father or by mother because they don't like being chummy, and they are very strict parents, and they are kind of disciplinarians, and they want everything to be done in a specific way. They want me to bring high grades. Now they have given me so many conditions which are the prerequisites to be loved. Then obviously they would only understand me when I would bring good results, and I'm acting and behaving as a good prescripted in behavior. So what Nazia have mentioned, I would say on that area, that how to go about being real. It's easier said than done, because we have that decades long conditioning which actually is part of our DNA now. And if people like Nazia or any other person who would say that love yourself is almost an alien word for me, you would just like asking me to speak in French when I have never learned French, right? So, what is my idea of self love? I would say that you need to be very compassionate on yourself and just treat yourself as you treat your friend. And even this concept would take at least 5 7 years, because I have been practicing this and I have been learning this. But every time I say be friend with yourself, it becomes very hard. Okay, how should I be friend with myself? Whenever you have one voice coming from you about your own action, about your own task, there is a counter narrative coming from your conditioned mind, which says that still it's not up to the mark, still you could have done better, still you should do something to please other people, you are offending so many people. So there is like always there is a dichotomy going on between within yourself. So being compassionate means that you become okay with that rift initially, that yes, it is going to be this way, at least for 6 7 8 years, when you are not having a very solid commitment with self love, with the psychological empowerment, and you are just doing it solo. It becomes very demanding, Nazia. It becomes a slow process because there is no external reward attached to it.
Yeah. डॉक्टर साहब जैसे लाइक यू हैव जस्ट एक्सप्लेन्ड आई वुड से कि हमारा जो इनर सेल्फ टॉक है ना, जो मैं अपने बारे में अपने आप से बात करती हूँ, आई एम अ वेरी बिग क्रिटिक। और ऑब्वियसली वो प्री कंडीशनड एक माइंडसेट है और नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक। इंस्टेड ऑफ फॉरगिविंग माय ओन सेल्फ या इंस्टेड ऑफ सीइंग माय सेल्फ द वे दैट मे बी, जैसे मजरूर ने मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन में बोला शी इज माय मेंटोर, द रिगार्ड दैट सम एक्सटर्नल सोर्स इज गिविंग यू, maybe you're not giving to your own self and you don't see your worth as such. तो that negation जो internally एक conflict चल रहा है, conversation चल रहा है, how do we overcome that and create a new self concept कि मैं वो नहीं हूँ? और अगर इतना वक्त अगर ना लगाना हो तो we seek help from experts like yourself, right, to help us
Yes.
and enablers तो अब आ गए हैं दुनिया में, we are aware। और अब टैबू भी नहीं है after COVID to come to a psychologist or therapist to seek wellness and to shatter those confirmations या वो पुराना जो self limiting beliefs था उसको अब overcome कैसे करना है, वो आप solution बताएं।
ये सोल्यूशन ये है कि सबसे पहले तो आप आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे कि मुझे जो कांस्टेंट नीड फॉर अप्रूवल है वो मैं खुद को क्यों नहीं सेशिएट कर सकती, और उसके लिए आपको वो नजर
Why
जिस
do you need
नजर
a
से आप
validation from someone else? That's the
Yeah,
या
which is causing depression and even making people suicidal कि कोई likes नहीं मिल रहे, probably social media is also contributing to that negativity.
सो लेट्स से मैं जिस नज़र से अपने सिग्निफिकेंट अदर्स को देखती हूँ, अपने वालदैन को देखती हूँ, अपने बच्चों को देखती हूँ, अपने पार्टनर को देखती हूँ, एक रिसर्च के मुताबिक जिनसे आप मोहब्बत करते हैं आप उनको उनकी एक्चुअल सेंस, एक्चुअल पर्सनालिटी में 10 टाइम्स ज़्यादा बेहतर देखते हैं। यानी आपकी जो नज़र है उसके अंदर उसके फ्लॉज नज़र आना बंद हो जाते हैं। अब वही नजर अगर आप घुमा के अपनी तरफ करें तो आपको अपनी जात में सवाए कीड़े ही नजर आते हैं और कीड़ों के अलावा और कुछ नजर नहीं आता। वो चाहे आप
That's why
जिस
she's
भी
the
बड़ी
mentor, na?
वो जिस भी बड़ी से बड़ी आप सेलिब्रिटी से पूछ लें, ऑस्कर विनर से पूछ लें, जो जिन्होंने ब्यूटी के पेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड वाइड जीते होंगे उनसे पूछ लें कि क्या वो अंदर जो सेल्फ टॉक की नाजिया आप बात कर रहे हैं कि क्या वो खुद को उतना खूबसूरत मानते हैं जितना दुनिया उनको मानती है, तो जवाब अक्सर नो में आएगा। अच्छा, अब हम आते हैं काम करने के ऊपर। हम जब अपनी इनर सेल्फ के ऊपर, अपनी इनर डेवलपमेंट पे काम करते हैं, जो कि आपने बताया कि रिट्रीट्स में आप जा सकते हैं, आप वन ऑन वन कोचिंग सेशंस ले सकते हैं, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर लेवल ऑफ कमिटमेंट and
Right.
here comes your cultural conditioning again. We do not like to go to therapist or people like Dr. Iram, which who says that be consistent, and we push you towards a demanding task. You rather would like to go to a psychiatrist who would just give you a medicine and you would just get escape and from the reality, and you say, okay, talk nice things and give me an easy quick fix.
Quick.
So for these type of we call it deconstructing and unlearning processes demand your commitment, and we are offering and designing multiple easy to do programs like week long retreats, maybe 3 days retreats, where we can give you the basic idea that at least raise your awareness on the subject such as self esteem, self worth, self concept, and just try experimenting it through your just changing the perception of yourself. So it is entirely up to the client who wants to choose the course. The options are available.
Obviously देखिए अगर if you're saying कि 7 साल is a basic अपनी pre-conditioning cultural hindrance to overcome that and to become a new and better 2.0 reboot version of your own self, agar if you cannot even commit to giving 3 days to becoming a better person, which is not going in vain. It is not only for nausea, fixing nausea. It will fix my relationships. It will fix my professional commitments. It will make me a more successful person. And it will also help me in my relationships, like with my spouse, with my parents, with my children, with my daughter. So, अगर इतना benefit मिल रहा है, तो 3 दिन की commitment एक बंदा अपने साथ अगर कर ले अपने आप को बेहतर करने के लिए. So, Masood, don't you think it's a great idea? And I feel that your audience should indulge and ask Dr. Iram the right questions regarding empowering psychology.
Agree. I want to just add one more question from my side to understand this mindset, of our society or the people, that why do they feel that it's not important to go to a life coach or a psychologist? Because why do they feel that there is a problem in them? It's not. Why can't they just simply go and find the answers, which they don't have the answers for themselves? ये क्यों एक लाइफ में एक लिम्बो बन गया है कि मैं अगर लाइफ कोच के पास जाऊंगा तो मेरे अंदर प्रॉब्लम होगी तो मैं जाऊंगा, वरना नॉर्मली नहीं जाऊंगा। तो इसको किस तरीके से टैकल किया जा सकता है?
आप बताएंगी ये?
Okay, I think just like we in Lahore, we are crazy after dining out. It's in our culture. We would love to spend a hefty amount on one time meal, but when it comes to something change related and transformation, it's basically transformation, and change is not easy for anybody. I mean, it has never been easy for me, never, it would never be easy for Nazia. Let's say if I say, Nazia, stop coffee, come to tea league, right? Even this small harmless kind of thing would not come so handy for her. And by the way, we all know a very good and heavy stuff on positive mindset and everything, but how many are actually practically applying it in our real life? There would be hardly any. So
Nobody.
the thing is when I say invest on personal development, it's basically the cost of commitment. Usually people prize their money more than anything, although I believe that time is your most precious commodity. So if you are investing time to make more money, investing time in your business, but you are not investing on yourself, sooner or later you would feel the void that yes, I have a lot of money now, but I don't have peace of mind, I don't have happiness, I'm not satisfied with my life. So sooner is better that you commit to this lifestyle, that where you are basically exposed to multiple different perceptions and knowledge that can increase your focus. For instance, I as a yeah.
Yeah. So,
For instance, I would want Nazia to change, but
yeah.
I would never want change for myself, because if she and I both are colleagues, or she's working for me or I am working for her, we would want other people to be changed, but not us.
I feel let me put in in bulleted points, so you can also put it for your audience. I feel fear of judgment coming to a psychologist for help. दूसरा ये कि I have an image to protect and a mask that I put on, or I have come to believe that this is who I truly am. So facing myself as the real me is a bit of a challenge, and I don't want to go there because I probably won't be able to forgive and accept who I truly am, because we are not used to seeing ourselves in the right light. We have a mirroring effect. अगर मैं negative अपने बारे में सोच रही हूँ तो जाहिर है इरम भी मुझे negative vibes में ही accept करेंगी या reject करेंगी probably. तो अपना सामना करना और अपने आप को कबूल करना सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है. कमिटमेंट उसके बाद मैं आपसे करूंगी जब मैं आपकी हेल्प, आपकी मदद मांगने आऊंगी. यानी कि मैंने अपनी वीकनेस को एक्सेप्ट भी किया, मैं अवेयर भी हुई और उसके लिए मैं आपके पास आई भी कि लेट्स switch it and turn it into strength. Which how many people, Masroor, how many people do you think have the mindset to seek that? That change, that shift. We don't want to. And when we don't want to, transformation sabse takleef de marhala hai. You're reconstructing a new self. So that is where Dr. Iram's expertise pops in. And I think we should only speak to those who are seeking that, because Guru unhi ke liye appear hota hai. So that's
True.
my take. Yeah.
Yeah, it
A
is
very
said
good,
that when
a very good
student
thought.
is
Very good
ready,
thought.
when student is ready, teacher
Yes.
appears.
Yes. So डॉक्टर साहब आप पॉइंटर्स में 2-3 सॉल्यूशन बता दें कि साइकोलॉजिकल एम्पावरमेंट कैसे, 2-3 स्टेप्स नहीं करना चाह रहे, who are the right audience, that we have understood, but how and who, that is the
Okay,
point.
my
Yeah.
empowerment retreat based on 3 areas. Number one is your self-esteem, self-worth, self-awareness module. Number two is relationships. We start from your relationship with parents, then to your siblings, then to your friends and colleagues, and then eventually we would address your romantic relationships. And the third part is very interesting, which is integration part, because we all are seeking peace and we all are trying to get aligned with our heart, mind and soul, but we don't know how to go about it. So here comes the spirituality, here comes your belief system, how the belief systems are affecting your behaviors, and how to detox your heart is like central essential elements of this empowerment retreats. All that part of the retreat is evidence based, tools and techniques based on cognitive behavioral therapy, and it is part of positive psychology. So it is not something that I have created overnight, but yes, the combination and so many personalized version is created, but it is coming from a very established field of science.
When is the next retreat and how can people join and how can people contact you
Yeah,
for
you
that?
can, join our page at Center for Positive Psychology Facebook page, and there are sign up options. They can go and contact through telephone, mobile phone, and they can even sign up
Why don't
for.
you do why don't you do the best thing? Send all those details how the people can definitely join in. So I can just mention them that in the description section, so that will be more easier for everyone around the world, even for their questions or whatever. Basically, we're not getting any questions now. So at least for connecting and joining, all the details can be mentioned in the description section.
Right,
Sure.
and Dr. I would like to also know, okay, since he's saying people are across the world and there are different timings, obviously, for some to join later and watch the YouTube video later. So, is
Yeah.
it possible to have retreats on hybrid sessions as well, or we have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there in? We can.
Yeah. We are currently having, on in-house retreats, but we are planning as per the, sign-ups which are overseas clients, so we have no issues designing a hybrid model for them.
Okay, wonderful,
Wow.
wonderful.
So all the
Masroor,
overseas Pakistanis who are watching this today,
yeah.
and if they might be joining later on to watch this session, so that Dr. Iram has something for the overseas Pakistanis.
Because we are talking to overseas Pakistanis primarily because they have that sense of awareness also and their willingness to change and transform. Transformative journeys are not easy, and obviously they have come out of that cultural conditioning also. So they have somewhat an idea of a enlightened mindset. So that's
We
why.
hope so. We hope
I
so.
hope so, yeah. Because I have been an overseas Pakistani, Masroor has been an overseas Pakistani. But coming back also, Dr. Iram is a challenge. Because जब आपका perspective इतना enhance हो जाता है तो वापस से वो पाकिस्तान में आके readjust करना आपके लिए भी मुश्किल होता है और आपके इर्द गिर्द लोग भी एलियनेटेड थोड़ा बहुत फील करते हैं कि ये बहुत अजीब बात कर रहे हैं और बाउंड्री सेटिंग की बात कर रहे हैं और ये किस तरह के लोग हैं तो एम्पावर्ड होना क्या मुझे कल्चरली कंडीशनिंग में बाइंड नहीं रखता कहीं कहीं मेरी ग्रोथ मतलब वो कहते हैं कम सोचो कम बिहेव करो और गुड गर्ल वाला जो आपने शुरू में बात की थी ना कि वो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट पोलैरिटी वो मेरा अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा नहीं है इसके बारे में कि वो परसेप्शन से डील करना टैकल करना उसको ओवरकम करना कि आई एम अ गुड पर्सन बट आई डू put myself here, you know. I am so, and
So,
I don't
Nazia,
need.
I would say every choice has a consequence.
Yeah,
You see,
that's
when you choose to be an ignorant, there is a price attached to it. And when you choose to be an awakened person, there is a price attached to it because you might feel lonely because it's not a choice of so many people. So be okay with that loneliness. And as far as I would suggest that turn your loneliness into solitude because then you
solution.
get all the power from being alone. And this is something that you crave at the end of the day, that when would I reach home and get my private moment and I'm just being real, you see.
Me
And
time,
second
my
is
me time.
me time. Yeah. And second is that you see that people are people and we should just give them benefit of the doubt. Why do they do what they do? It's all right, but I understand it's difficult. It tests your patience and tolerance. But as we know more, we have to be more responsible, more giving. And it's conscious life is not an easy life because sleepwalking is easier, that you can just be sleeping and you do what people are doing to you, and then you say that tit for tat kind of policy. So I
Yeah.
would say that you need to be very content with your own choices. I choose to be awakened, and yes, we do like to slip into sleepwalking and auto pilot mode, but nothing compares to being awakened.
And Dr.
So, are we seeing? Sorry, Nazi, I just want to add here that Dr. Iram, are you just based in Lahore, or do you travel around Pakistan for your sessions, or to meet your clients, or for the leadership programs or the empowerment programs? Do you do that, or
Yeah,
do you travel,
yeah,
or do you just
yes.
based online sessions itself?
No, no, no. We travel almost all different big cities in Pakistan. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So, I think
अच्छा,
you will get an opportunity to
psychological
go to Middle
empowerment.
East as well.
Yeah, sorry.
Like she should get the opportunity to go to Middle East like Dubai and Qatar and all those places.
Definitely,
Basically, overseas
definitely.
Pakistanis are looking forward for people to come down from Pakistan because end of the day in Middle East we are having only the working overseas people, but the, the work what Dr. Aram does, or maybe Nazia, what you're doing, the branding
Yeah.
coaching, right? So this work method or the wording coaching empowerment, psychologists, all these things are required internationally for overseas.
Of course, of course. Because obviously we're trying to reach that platform and obviously सना आजम जैसे आपके पास हैं और मीना स्पीकर्स हैं और इस तरह के forums हैं उनको भी पता चले कि पाकिस्तान की खवातीन जो हैं they are not backward and we are not part of that वो जो गंदे गंदे words है ना feminist or misogyny patriarchy it doesn't apply to the women in this frame at least I hope so because we seek to learn, unlearn, and groom ourselves and keep on growing. So I am
I
open for
totally
that
agree.
as a learner for life. And एक दूसरे को empower करना, support करना, इतना हम देखते नहीं हैं. Especially हमारा वो cultural conditioning से हट के, I would like to believe that we are not superior but aware beings, and we are living in that choice.
Because the
So
focus because the focus is mainly on Gora people. Sorry to say that. Basically, the Asian culture doesn't put their foot
Okay, who
down
would
by
like
saying
to
that we can
represent the
dictate
kind of
our
women
terms, right?
and the kind of light that I want people to see Pakistani women की image as? तो हम उसकी अगर representation अपने domain में रहते हुए अगर बेहतर कर सकते हैं, so definitely I would like everybody to see कि we are walking the talk और हम बेशक role model मैं अपने आप को ना भी कहूँ, लेकिन मैं अपने principles और अपने हिसाब से ethically बिल्कुल ठीक अपने आप को credible जरूर समझती हूँ।
Spot
नहीं
on,
नाजिया,
spot on.
मैं उसमें भी आपका थोड़ा सा आपको इनकरेज करना चाहूंगी, एंड आई थिंक इट इज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ योर सेल्फ लव दैट जिस तरह आप अपने दोस्त को 2-3 नंबर ऊपर उसको इनकरेज करते हैं, अपने लिए भी थोड़ा सा एक काइंड वर्जन रखें कि आप इंस्पायर कर रही हैं सो मैनी पीपल लाइक मैं मंसूर ने कहा, मैं भी, मुझे भी लगता है कि हम एक दूसरे को के टीचर भी होते हैं और एक दूसरे के हम लर्नर स्टूडेंट्स भी होते हैं, तो हम एक वक्त में कई हैट्स
We're
पहने
learning from
होते
each
हैं।
others, right? So every day is a
जी,
learning process for us.
so always believe that you are inspiration to so many, and you are walking your talks because you are acknowledging that you are in the, you are work in the progress. तो
Yes.
जैसे ही आप ये सोच लेंगी, जैसे आप ये सोच लेंगी कि आई एम डन, मैं मुकम्मल हूँ, तो अब मे बी दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी शुड अवॉइड, बिकॉज ये फिर आपकी ईगो इज स्पीकिंग. As long as you think that I'm improving and I'm growing, it means you are work in progress, you are humble about it, yet at the same time being kind on yourself that I have a inherent good and I can touch so many people's life.
That I can,
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Iram, for coming on MacV Logs. It's a really honor for me to have you this evening to learn and understand exactly why we need to be empowered. And with people like you on in Pakistan, it's really a blessing, truly blessing, I would say.
Thank
तो
you, thank you so
डॉक्टर
very
आपके
much.
वाइंडिंग वर्ड्स क्या होंगे बिकॉज साइकोलॉजिकल एम्पावरमेंट एंड वी नो हाउ टू रीच यू बट यू नो who and what would you like to address at the end of the session?
आई वुड से दैट बहुत सारी चीज़ों में इस टाइम आप उलझे हुए हैं और शायद आपके पास वक्त भी नहीं है, आप भाग रहे हैं किसी बहुत बड़ी रेस के अंदर, थोड़ी देर के लिए रुक जाएं, पॉज लें और थोड़ा सा अपना एहतसाब करें, अपनी अकाउंटेबिलिटी जो है वो रखें कि जो भी काम आप कर रहे हैं क्या इस काम में आप मुतमईन हैं। अगर आप वहाँ से इत्मीनान नहीं ले रहे तो आप अपनी लाइफ का बहुत कीमती वक्त एक ऐसी ला हासिल जंग में गुजार रहे हैं जहाँ पर इवेंचुअली आपको मिजरी और एम्प्टीनेस मिलेगी। सो थोड़ा सा अपना सच भी जाने, थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में भी जाने, और जब आप खुद तैयार हो जाएंगे जहनी तौर पे कि मैंने अपने आप को खोजना है, तो आई थिंक आपको बहुत सारे वसीले मिलेंगे आपके इर्द गिर्द, उनमें से हम भी शायद एक होंगे, और फिर आप हमें कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
जबरदस्त. सो हम आपको फिर डिस्टर्ब करेंगे फ्यूचर में, बिकॉज आप जैसे लोग ही इर्द गिर्द होंगे तो हम कभी भी अकेले नहीं होंगे.
I would like to wind up and say, Masroor, we would like to have another session with Dr. Iram Irshad on your platform where you have your audience's live engagement. So probably we can do one on Zoom and then we can post it on YouTube and take it live on YouTube simultaneously.
Definitely. I
So
think
that's
the
my
timing of ours was not that effective. That's why a lot of people might be busy because it's the first working
Yes,
day
so
or second
previous
working
steps
day.
we would like कि हम एक evaluation करें क्योंकि हम अपना Mac Vlogs पे एक international type की चीज करके देखें तो I would see कि बहुत
Inshallah, definitely. We'll have a questions Q&A in next segment, inshallah. Dr. Iram, we will look forward to have you again and keep
Thank
on
you.
being part of these wonderful sessions so that people can change and we can help them change their mindsets through your presence. Thank you so
Would
much
love
once
to
again for
be
being
part
part of
of your
MacLogs. I would
mission.
like a small shout out from your side. Nazia always keeps on supporting Mac Vlogs, but I would like to have a small shout out from you for your
Okay
followers and
जी,
audience so that they can become of MacBooks.
okay जी, I would suggest that please follow Mac Vlogs for more information and value addition. I think this is his pet word. So stay tuned with Mac Vlogs.
Thank you so much. Nazia, your final word and then we'll wrap it up.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for this opportunity.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
God bless you. Keep smiling, ladies. Basically, Pakistan is going to be empowered by the ladies itself because Pakistan needs to grow and shine globally when we have wonderful ladies like you who are doing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work in your capacity. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, and keep loving Mac Vlogs, because that's all Mac Vlogs knows. Connecting and promoting people. That's what who I am. Thank you so much. अपना ख्याल रखिए, अपनी फैमिली के साथ खुश रहें, हंसते रहें। कभी भी कोई परेशानी है, दिमाग में कोई भी तकलीफ, सुकून, बेसुकूनी चल रही है, तो डॉक्टर इरम हो, सईदा नाजिया हो, इनसे कनेक्ट करें और अपनी ज़िंदगी में खुशहाली को मौका दें। तो फिर मिलेंगे इंशाल्लाह other side of the window soon. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.